and embracing the Supreme. And we welcome you in the name of love to join us and sit with us as friends of the Supreme, as sons and daughters who are loved. And we have lit our candle as a symbol of that love. And we light a light for global peace and interspiritual unity. And in the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ Jesus, who loves life, in the name of the fire of life, the Spirit of God, the Divine Feminine, who empowers us to embrace balance, in the name of our beloved Earth Mother Gaia, who nurtures divine life in all of creation, including the animal kingdom. In the name of all faiths, traditions, and none, for they too are the children, the sons and daughters of the Supreme. And we celebrate our spiritual diversity now by honoring the Supreme in all hearts. So we begin our time by allowing our heart embrace our truth. And we do that by trying to relax our mind, which has so many voices that are triggers of fear and anxiety, that leave many of us feeling volatile, fractured, wounded, injured. So let us now for a moment close our eyes and just be still in the presence of selfless love in our sacred oasis where we are right now. And I would like you to focus on your first breath, your sacred breath. And as you breathe in, just be aware of peace and silence. And hold that breath. And now release anything, everything, anyone, everyone who has caused you annoyance this day. Let us be still now. And with every in-breath that you and I take, let us be mindful that we are not alone. We are never alone. We are surrounded by the company of heaven. Who are these company of heaven? They are the messengers of the Supreme, a Father, Mother, God, the angels and archangels, who do not represent religion, who represent unconditional love, and who were assigned to you and me from the very first moment we breathed in that sacred first breath. So let us now, my dear brothers and sisters, as we gather around this table of many blessings, where the divine Christ, the risen cosmic Christ, touches hearts. Oh yes, touches hearts by reawakening the divine within. Let us use the gift of free will, a gift that is given to every child of God, whether they believe or not. And let us use that gift by reciting this beautiful mantra to the angelic realm. Inu Ra, Inu Ra, Inu Ra, Zenu Ra. Angels, here I am. I come to be with you. I come to be with you. I come to listen to the voice of Spirit speak to my heart, words that will allow me hear the voice of my God, Goddess, my spiritual teachers. And we do not single out one specific teacher here, for each child of God has their own spiritual teacher. To the Christian, it is the Jesus the Christ. To the Muslim, the Prophet Muhammad. To the Jew, Moses and the great prophets, and Father Abraham. To the Sikh and Hindu, their great teachers, even His Royal Highness Selassie, as one mentioned in a comment to one of our videos. Why haven't I mentioned the name of that good man? Because it's not fair to single out one for fear of wounding and hurting another. But there are many great spiritual teachers, the Lord Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, Mia Baba, Sri Chimoy, Francis of Assisi, Teresa of Avila, even Martin Luther King. Let us call on the Ascended Masters now, Lord El Morha, Lord Maitreya, Lord Kadumi, Lord Babaji, Lord Saint-Germain, Lord Merlin, Lord Dwal Kul, Lord Sananda Jesus, Lady Nada, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, Mother Mary, Isis, Lady Portia, Lady Athena, and there are many more. Let us now call on them and ask them to speak with us. And as we sit at this table of many blessings, we come into the presence of the divine. So let us connect with the heart in the silence of this short recording. And let us listen for the voice of the Holy One speak to us. Day 4 of the retreat that we have been running, which we're incorporating into this session, was titled or themed Faith. What is faith? To the Catholic Christian who studied the Catechism as a young child, as I did, where it was rammed parrot fashion down one's throat, we know that faith is a gift from God, and it is given to every child of God. But it is only given if we ask for it. It is not given against our free will, because it is a gift. But allow me share with you a reflection on faith. All too easily, when we talk about the interior life of prayer or contemplation, we have in mind some sort of refined human activity going on within. It can be cultivated and grow to wonderful proportions. But let us substitute the words interior life for depth life. And we come nearer to what it means to be a contemplative, for we are all contemplatives, and it is my belief we are all monks. Because the moment we surrender our heart to the Supreme, we begin a journey of personal intimacy. Isn't that so? Some choose not to be cloistered like me. Others prefer to live in the world and let their light shine. But let us substitute the words interior life for depth life, and we come nearer to what it means to be a contemplative. A contemplative lives below the surface, is present to what really is and not in the ephemeral, often illusory world of impressions. Contemplation is based on faith. Only faith takes us behind appearances. Only faith roots us in naked reality and keeps us there steadfastly, refusing to allow us to escape into pleasant fantasy, to make excursions into, if only, into what our ego wants for its satisfaction and comfort. How interesting. Faith says you are from God. You must abandon all desire to cling to boundaries, to your own limits, your own idea of things. You have to allow yourself all the time to be drawn up and away, or down and beyond. And drawn up and away, down and beyond, to your God, the Supreme. What is that saying to your heart? What is that saying to your heart? To be drawn to your God. Faith is a gift. It is a precious gift. It is a gift that's a two-way relationship personified in that loving intimacy between two hearts. Our heart and the heart of the Supreme. So let us come with a sense of truth, that we will honor our truth, that we will honor what we say, what we do, what we feel, and we will bring to this a sense of our divinity as a child of the Supreme. Faith is a gift as we have described, but it's something more. Faith is a precious tool that allows us embrace and discern what the Supreme is asking of our heart, and allowing us discern words that will invite our response, words that may be challenging, words that may facilitate change, words that are mere words, but for the soul in transit, for the soul in service to God. Once we surrender the heart and we enter our interior castle, something truly amazing happens. Because it's a relationship based on trust. It's a relationship that involves choice. It's a commitment. And the conversation that takes place between the two hearts, yours and that of the Supreme, is done in intimacy. But that only comes from that internal belief that this is a gift of love. So faith for me has many meanings. It can mean different things to you. But faith for me is a key that unlocks my door, the door to my heart, and allows me listen in a loving trust, not to what my head or ego is telling me, but to what the Father, Mother, God is trying to share with my heart. I'm going to ask the spirit of the cosmic prize to speak to us. I've been guided to pick this book up, and I'm going to go with it. My will is seen by so many as a barren thing, taking away from the potential of life, seen almost as something imposed by an enemy. To deprive humanity of a full existence, is that how you see faith? Many are led away from me by such wrong assumptions. My child, even for the dearest of my children, there is normally a gulf between their own will and mine, making imperfect the knowledge of myself as I really am. Understand that those areas in which our wills are united bring into play cosmic forces, and there is literally no limit to what can be achieved, even within the restrictions of a human existence. The wonderful truth is that newness of life is yours for the choosing moment by moment. When you lovingly and humbly assent to my will, the divine power is arrayed with you. You then become, during that period of harmony, a home where I fully dwell and against which nothing can prevail. And in the book of Genesis there's a quote in chapter 17 verse 1, walk in my sight perfectly. So faith is different things to different people. What does the word faith mean for you? Taking things in trust. That when you go to the butcher and you've come to collect your telephone order of whatever it is you need for the weekend cooking, you might have ordered a chicken, a free-range chicken and some beef or some vegetable meatballs. So when you come to pick up your goods, there is a sense of trust that the one who took your order respected your wish and didn't throw any old product or produce into your bag. No. Because they knew you and because you're a regular shopper at the butcher. And this is coming from my heart, not my head. That there's a sense of trust and respect. And they might put in their best choice of cut or chicken and make sure that it's wrapped with care and attention to detail. Now, I know it's not a good example, but again, I'm simple because I live a simple life. I avoid the drama queens. I avoid those who thrive in crisis because I've done all that. I've been there, wore the t-shirt, eaten the rock and got sick on it. And I no longer allow people abuse the gift of friendship by dumping their stuff, their own baggage on my doorstep. Yes, many ring me and remind me of a time when I was running retreats around the world. Do I remember them? And yes, I'll say, give me an indication they do. And yes, I do remember them. And that was years ago. But guess what's so interesting? What's so alarming? They're still locked in their victimness. They still haven't moved on. Because they're wallowing and their heart is closed. Sad, yes. But then they come to me, expecting me to wipe it all away. And I can't wipe it away. I am here to befriend, to show support, but I'm not here to encourage people, loop, as we say in counselling. to run away from their truth, but to face their fear, to name it, to bless it and release it to God. And when I say, I want you to ask the Supreme to help you, they become abusive. It's as if they own me or you, and they have expectations that we're some sort of magic dust that we can sprinkle on them. And that is an illusion. And I guess probably that's why so many people go to fortune tellers and tarot readers and psychic whatever, to be told their wants and not their needs. Through the gift of faith, we are given a toolbox with many treasures. And the one such treasure that I respect is that I am loved. I'm accepted for who I am. And that when I am in need and when I do fall by the wayside, the Supreme comes to my help. That is a relationship founded in trust. And I would like to ask you now, do you have this gift of faith? If not, would you like to have this gift of faith? Would you like to have this introduction to this love affair of personal intimacy with your God, Goddess? And here I am not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality and embracing a relationship with the divine already within you, with the divine in creation, with the divine in the cosmos. Okay, I take it that your answer is yes. And we will embrace the fourth key of Franciscan spirituality, which is faith, a divine gift from God to those who ask. So what we'll do now is we will relax a little more around this table of many blessings. And we notice at this table that there are two empty places. One for your spiritual teacher, and the other for the cosmic Christ. I would like you to imagine, as you sit in silence, having relaxed your mind, your body and spirit, that you become aware that your spiritual teacher and the cosmic Christ have sat down in those two empty places. And they're smiling at you. They are smiling with a sense of, I know you and I love you. And as they sit down and make themselves comfortable, your spiritual teacher asks you, what is your question, my friend? What is your question? And you say, I would like to receive the gift of faith, but I'm unsure how to go about it. And your spiritual teacher tells you, but do you understand what the gift of faith is? So that you are not buying into something that's corrosive, toxic, negative. And you say, yes, I do understand, but if you're willing to share some more, I will listen. Excuse me. And your spiritual teacher affirms you that you are on the right track. But to every person, each has their own understanding because they're unique as the beloved of God. But the teacher says to you, ask the cosmic Christ. And you look into the eyes of the cosmic Christ and you say, teacher, I come searching for truth. And one of those truths that's empowered my heart is to have the gift of faith. Please may I request from the Supreme for that gift to be given to my heart right now, and with it an understanding and an awareness of what it is and how I can use it. In my daily life, there is a silence, and the Christ puts out his hand and he asks to touch your hand. In fact, he touches both hands, and instantly there is a message that's not vocalized, and suddenly you become aware of what the gift of faith is. And it leaves you feeling a sense of bliss, that all your queries, all your uncertainties have been immediately resolved, and it leaves you in a place of wonderment. And the Christ stands up and comes around and places his hands on your heart and your crown chakra. And he said, in the name of the Father, Mother, God Supreme, in the presence of Gaia, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, and the whole company of heaven, I give to you the gift of faith. I implant the seed of this gift in your heart. And in your heart it shall grow. And now be still. And you feel a great blessing come over you. And suddenly you can see through your third eye that the Christ is the cosmic Christ. Before, all you could see was a man with a name, Jesus the cosmic Christ. But now you can see Jesus, the Son of God, who incarnated and has become the risen cosmic Christ. And in his gaze to your eyes both connect, and there is an affinity. There is a language of love being released. And you know now that you are so pleased and relieved to have asked for this gift. For now you can see the face of the Christ. And you can sense his touch, liberating your heart to be free. And you're on fire with love, because all your doubts and uncertainties and misconceived ideas have been removed and replaced with an awareness that you are a co-creator of God, that you are a child of God who is loved, who is accepted, and who does not have to live in fear. Relax and embrace the gift of faith. And we hold this light in recognition for the gift of faith that's been given to all our hearts and to your heart. The blessing of heaven, the blessing of earth, the blessing of sea and sky on those we love this day, and on every human family, the gifts of heaven, the gifts of earth, the gifts of sea and sky, the gifts from Brother Sun and Sister Moon, be in your heart this new day, now and forevermore. Amen. And on that, I thank you for joining me, and I wish you every blessing, and I thank you. Namaste. Shalom inshallah, pax et bonum shanti, solo di caritas. Peace. God bless you.